In 1923, the University of Alabama offered Wade their head coaching position. What they got was an iron disciplinarian who immediately transformed the culture of Alabama football. Wade's players called him the Bear.
We ride with legends, we roll with pride. From Wade to Saban, the Crimson Tide. 18 rings, the record's clear. Dynasty built year after year. We teach the past, we preach the now. We break it down, show you how. From Bryant's grit to Bama's roll, we stomp the field and on the score. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lives and legends prove. Basketball's rise, Oates leads the way. Final Four dreams in full display. Gymnastics flips with flawless grace. Champions born in every space. We honor hustle, we praise the grind. Every sport, every tight mind. From hardwood heat to balance beam. We rep the red, we rep the team. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lives and legends prove. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lives and legends prove. We don't just talk, we educate. Breaking down plays, we elevate Heisman runs and draft day fame. We know the stats, we name the game. Rivals tremble when down us kneel. We bring the facts, we bring the fear. The same just hype its legacy. The tide rolls deep in history. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lives and legends prove. So tune in loud, let the story unfold. Of crimson fire and heart so bold. We shine the light on every wind. From past to present we dive in. This show's for fans who bleed that red. Who know the names, the paths they tread. We're not just proud, we're certified. The voice, the pulse of Crimson Tide. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lies and legends prove. Around the herd, we speak the truth. Where glory lies and legends prove.
I'll say Roll Tide again. Welcome back to the channel, Tight Sports, the Alabama Football Megacast. I was muted right then, so I'm repeating myself again. I just wanted to get out here and first of all and see if my computer's graphic card is going nuts. But there's a lot of news in the out there on the interweb about the Crimson Tide I wanted to get to. Before we get to the face on the thumbnail, I wanted to just talk about how the football landscape is changing, man. And normally, you know, Paul Feinbaum is out here acting like he's the lead stylist, the stylist with a pair of rusty scissors, man. I mean, he's talking about the Crimson Tide versus the Buckeyes, like he's gonna just cut off some games for us, and he's saying we're gonna back out. At least they're saying that we may back out of the 2027, the 2028 games. It's a home and home, and it was supposed to be a class of Titans. Excuse me, but however, that may not happen because, you know, fans are saying it's about as likely to happen as, you know, Paul Feinbaum growing a ponytail. Because here's the thing, man. even Paul, he says, usually I do not listen to him. I do not listen to Slime Bomb ever since he sold out to the 4-letter corporation. I just don't listen to him. I just usually don't listen to him because he gets on my damn nerves. Anyway, the SEC just moved to a 9-game schedule. Now, we used to think if you went 9-1 in the SEC, you know, you got a good chance of just running through everything else. Well, we was 7-1 in the SEC and got monkey stomped by Indiana. Yeah, that's what happened. Don't try to fight it. That's what happened. We got monkey stomped. So I don't know what it benefits you to go 7-1 in the SEC, but now we got 9 games instead of 8. Does that make it better or harder? Typically, I would say that's a hard schedule. So why would you want to go and play Ohio State or any monsters, if there are really any monsters? I always say, like, based on last season, I will say it's about 8 teams that appear to be ahead of the University of Alabama. So why would you want to add any of those monsters to your schedule? And you got to play, I don't know, just think of this. Think about this season. Even my people out here on YouTube, on TikTok and Facebook, wherever you are watching this, think about this. What if we had to go and just go back last year now? You lose to FSU. We lost to Oklahoma. But we had to turn around and then play Texas on top of that. Or, like this season, you play Georgia in the regular season. No, not Georgia in the regular season. You play Texas A&M or Texas. That would have been a problem, playing Texas A&M. I would have taken Texas first. That goofy team they got over there. But, Paul got a little spin on it. It's like we looking for the exit door, you know what I'm saying? And people trying to look at the risk reward math. Like, if you lose badly, like what if you were to lose? I'm not looking to lose. I don't think Alabama will lose the game, to be honest. I don't care. Who is this? What's going on, the boot? Roll Tide T, thank you for checking in. But I don't think we will lose. But Paul's reporting that AD Greg Burns prioritizing risk management over marquee matchups to protect a program that he describes as being in a shaky situation under Kevin DeBoer. Are we under a shaky situation? Is anybody out there shaking? Any of the Tide fans over here, are y'all shaking? DeBoo, are you? I'm not shaking. I think we on an upward thing here. This right here. We may not be Indiana. Jesus. Send me $1 if you ever thought that you would say that. We're not Indiana right now, but I still think we're a top 15 program. So what the hell is shaky? Because everybody else is getting better? Are we broke? I know we don't have as much money as other people, but are we broke? Because obviously Texas Tech showing us having money ain't everything you need. You need to get out here and make something happen. Anyway, shaky, man. You're talking about a school that redefined the standard. I know the boy had a rough 2025, so rough that another 120 schools would have loved to have that dog on record. But it was rough. Losing to Florida State, getting introduced to the woodshed by Indiana in the Rose Bowl. It wasn't exactly a spa day, man, that we had over there. So, but when we're talking about Alabama, you don't just cancel a powerhouse, on a powerhouse because the neighborhood got a little tougher. Actually, like I said, if you go out there and you lose, if was a fifth, we all be drunk. If you were to lose this game by 10 points, which is that's pretty convincing, does it really hit you upside the head if you go 7-1 in your conference, if you go to the SEC championship and win? So I don't know, man. The logic is that a 10-3 record with a high-profile loss is like, what happened to Texas after they failed to the Buckeyes. It's now a one-way ticket to missing the playoffs entirely. But I want to remind everybody something. We're not Texas. We're not Texas. You know what I'm saying? Feinbaum suggests that while Georgia might keep their big games because they're aligned, Alabama's current daunting state makes a trip to Columbus look like a walk into a dark alley with no flashlight. I hear what the man is saying, but it tastes like unseasoned grits. Anybody ever had some unseasoned grits? If you're the Tide, you don't run from smoke. We the smoke makers, man. Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner, he's on a podcast. He said, why would you even do that? And wondering what the benefit is. I tell you, the benefit is called being the best. You come to practice, 1 versus 1 is supposed to be the best versus the best, so we can go out and beat the best, or at least compete. The Feinbaum's theory, slime bomb if you prefer, is that a 9th SEC game is so costly that Power 4 non-conference game will become extinct. And maybe in the future it will, but not right now. But that would leave us with a chain reaction of cancellations across the country. Now, if everybody else, that's another thought. If you cancel first, are you bowing out because you're scared? Or are we looking at a situation where so many teams buy out, we just have to go and get out of ourselves? Why punish ourselves for this, for this foolishness? Look, so Ohio State's AD, his name is Bork. His name is Bork. What is a Bork? Anyway, he can't do nothing about it. If I crack on him, I think I could take him. It just sounds like somebody that I would take down. Anyway, AD Ross Bork is standing firm, saying that we should not be afraid, which is easy to say when you aren't the one being told that your coach is on a hot seat. I'm looking at this article and I'm breaking it down. Did y'all put on TikTok? Did y'all put Caleb DeBoer on the hot seat? Anybody, Facebook, YouTube, did y'all put him? Anyway, look, man, when it comes to this football thing, man, I'm all about Roll Tide. I don't care nothing else about nothing but Tide. I got somewhere on my soul. I know they're going to have a little thing. There's going to be a little scripted A down at the bottom. But I also know that you don't take Paul Feinbaum as your wingman into a scrap. Think about it. He'll start the fight. Oh, yeah. Worse than the worst girlfriend you ever had, or a boyfriend, to my ladies out there. Hey, ladies. He'll start the fight. Then he'll hide behind the jukebox while you just dodging haymakers. He's out here debasing the board, saying the man might not even be the coach by 2027. And that's pretty cold, man. Because a lot of people are saying, like, I don't see how you could even do better the job than he's actually done. How could you do better? And, that's cold, man. That's cold blood. I mean, I'm not talking about the unrealistic fans. I'm talking about the realistic people. They know this man's done an exceptional job. Now, critics argue that Feinbaum might be right about the cancellation, his reasoning, and that Alabama is ducking because they're scared. They're scared. Ignores the reality of a Big Ten bully and their scheduled expansion. See, because my thing is like this. 9 games in SEC today, to me, still ain't 9 games in the Big Ten. It's just not. So the debate is simple. Do you want a schedule that's a gauntlet of SEC games versus a Titan? Or do you want to play it safe to ensure that you're one of the 12 teams when the music stops? Or 16 or 24 or wherever the heck they want us to be down the line. You know what? That's the choice. If Alabama pulls out, the Big Ten fans are going to chirp, 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 like a field of crickets that I'm about to hit with this doggone Spectracide. They'll say, we're running from top tier competition. But let's be real, man. SEC is a meat grinder. Adding Ohio State on top of that is like asking the guy who just finished a marathon to go do a CrossFit workout. Like, are you serious? I'm just throwing this out here, man. Like I said, came out here earlier to talk a little bit about that, but I don't know. That's what Slime Bomb does, man. He's stirring the pot, claiming that the Bama standard is no longer existing, and everything left with Coach Saban. I don't know. I thought it started with Wallace Wade in 1923. I thought Bear Bryant had a little something to do. Gene Stallings kind of held up the mantle a little bit. You had a couple other coaches in there. Then Nick Saban came along. So how did he take the whole dang program out of the front door with him when he left? That's a question. That's a real question. But whether it's cowardly or smart business, the consensus is that in the era of premier non-conference, home and home is on life support. And Paul Feinbaum is just pulling the plug on it, but I don't want to lead the way in pulling the plug. I don't want to walk down a dark alley with Paul, but I listen to him talk about it while I check the surroundings. I mean, he got a point about the math, but he's got no heart for tradition. Or, I don't know, did he go up against the toughest people when he was a reporter? Did he go up against the toughest radio shows? I mean, he's been in a situation where he's had to compete. But when your competition is making other people's fight, I mean, how challenging is that? You know? So, that's what we live for, man. Let's go. We played Ohio State in the regular season. I don't know how long. I mean, when is ever a good time to play a Titan? Unless you want to be the Titan. So, I say we go ahead and play it, man. But, hey, that's the talking turtle for you, Paul Feinbaum. Always looking for a shell to hide in when the heat gets turned up. So, you know, he is a Tennessee guy, so you can't trust him. It's just true. He went to Tennessee. Did y'all know Paul Feinbaum went to Tennessee? Oh, yeah. You think I listen to that dude every day? So, you know, we're going to stay cool with this, man. We're still the kings until someone takes the crown. I'm just sorry. That's how I feel. Yeah, it's been some mishaps, but when I'm rolling through one coach going to another, I'm in a good spot. See, y'all don't know what it was like under Ray Perkins. Some of y'all don't even, I don't even know why we got rid of Bill Curry, but they did. Because as soon as they got rid of Bill Curry and brought in who was next? Was that DeBose? And then Francione, Mike Price, he got tripped up in the strip club before he could ever get to practice. It was ugly, man. It was like, man, I'm telling you, when that thing happened with Mike Price, I was like, where's Bill Curry? Need a good Christian male around here somewhere. I'm like, I don't know if Bill Curry can beat Auburn. I get it. But boy, to me, you know, Ray Perkins, I give him a break because he was following Bear Bryant, but Bill Curry, after him, I knew they weren't going to get that thing right. Because they start, you know, we need somebody to coach this team that has actually smelt Bear Bryant's fart. That's not the way to pick a coach, folks. But anyway, they got the Bose and we did some things, you know, some things, but it wasn't good. So anyway, my main point of this video, I want to welcome new tight ends coach Richard Owens to the Crimson Tide. We got a real football guy joining the staff. Everybody, I dug deep to see what this man is all about. And I'm going to give you his whole life story right here on Tight Sports. Anyway, this man was born in Gainesville, Florida. He was raised in Middleburg, Florida. I don't know where Middleburg is. He's a standout athlete from the jump. Middleburg High School, dominated both sides of the ball, defensive end, tight end. That's what you do. He had his number retired in 2006 at his high school. I don't have my number. I don't have a number at my high school, actually. Nothing. Matter of fact, I think my high school is closed now. During his senior year, he hauled in 19 passes for 242 yards. Then he had 46 tackles and 4 sacks on defense. Huh? Hustle. Like that. Young man with that kind of hustle. That's all right. A lot of people play both sides. They don't do nothing on both sides, though. That's my point. The man played out of Florida. He went to Louisville, took a red shirt season, get them grades up and all that stuff. And then he made an impact in the next season, appearing in all 12 games. And he was a Conference USA freshman. That's pretty good. No, that's pretty. I'm going to give him some claps on that one. He was a Conference USA freshman, all freshman team. And by 2002, he was a key target with a career high 20 catches on 182 yards, including 2 touchdowns. And he had a big performance in the GMAC Bowl. Anybody remember GMAC? I had something financed through GMAC. I had something financed through GMAC. I couldn't believe it. He capped his college career in 2003 with 12 receptions and 3 scores while serving the team as a reliable long snapper. So here we go again. Here's a man getting in, doing what it takes to win. He's out there catching passes, blocking, getting hit. And then on third downs, he's staying in the game to be the long snapper. A lot of people poo-poo on this long snapper. Yeah, you poo-poo on him until he throw one by your punter's kneecaps. You know, you burn one across the top of his skull. Yeah, you that's hard because you playing, and then you gotta do the snap, and it has to be perfect. Every time it has to be perfect. It has to hit that man right between his navel and his sternum. Don't know what a sternum is? You don't read enough. That's just the truth. I'm saying it because I love you. Now, he's joining our staff to revitalize that tight end room. Nothing really wrong with the room. We got some guys out there, man. We got some people. You know, Quavers should be getting drafted. We got Oops just won a doggone the Super Bowl with Seattle. So we got folks out here. We got with tight end. A lot of people say, well, it's tight end coach. Nah, in the SEC, in college football, people don't join tight end. But when you got a tight end that can't catch, that's a problem. You got a tight end that can't block, that is a problem. But I'll go forward. Richard is a family man. He's supported by he got his little team at home, wife Tina, and their daughter Rylan. Oh, that's so cute. This man went to the NFL, y'all. He went undrafted. He fought his way onto the Vikings roster, played for 3 seasons there. 3 seasons. One of his most legendary moments came in 2006, catching a game-tying touchdown on a fake field goal against the Carolina Panthers. That was Cam, wasn't it? Cam, college greatest of all time. That's how I feel. I don't care what y'all say. Then he serves as special team captain, finishes 5-year NFL career with stops at St. Louis and the Jets. 5 years, I think that's still above the average of 3.8 seasons. Is that it? 3 years, 8 games is average. Or was it 3.8 years? I don't know. Then he went to coaching ranks. He went back to as a graduate assistant at Arkansas. It's easy when you got a little money in your pocket. You ain't got no money in his pocket. That's hard. He was a graduate assistant for how many years? Okay, just for he was a graduate assistant for 2 years. Yes, that's normal. If you ever heard a story about Coach Saban, they asked him about, you think a college football coach ought to be making whatever he was making. He said, nobody asked me that question when my daddy used to have to bring me a case of green beans so we had something to go with our chicken. Miss Terry been through it. For a guy to eat like that, for my boys to get together, throw some chicken on the barbecue grill and make it happen. Y'all know what I'm talking about there. That ain't nothing. But for a lady that has to be with a man that just got to get some chicken and daddy brings some green beans, that's something different. Anyway, so he started at Arkansas. Then he moved to UAB. He went from tight ends coach to offensive coordinator by 2013, showing he got some versatility early on. Then from 2015 to 17, he coached at South Alabama, where he helped to develop NFL talent like Gerald Everett, and he helped the Jaguars to the second ever bowl game. I wonder was Coach Womack there at that time. I don't think he was there that way, that far back. I don't think so. He returned to his alma mater finally in 2018 as tight ends coach and director of on-campus recruiting, proving his value in both talent development and scouting. Let's see. And during his second stint, he went back to UAB in 2019. He led the offensive line to help win 2 Conference USA West Division titles and a conference championship. And coming out of UAB, that's doing a lot. That's in 2022, he moved to Georgia Southern. Well, if you go to Georgia Southern and you cannot get the offensive line to block, you're gonna lose every game because they run the ball like it's 1936. Last time I looked. Anyway, he was offensive line coach where he allowed only 7 sacks all season. Key. And the second fewest in the entire FBS. See, y'all, the boy is kind of becoming like a little mad scientist. I hope it all work out so I can just tell y'all how right I was about this guy. To trust him at least. I don't know if I'm right, but I mean, to just put trust in what Greg Byrne and the people that went out and found him, because I tell you, this guy has won on every level at a high clip. So you got Derek Nix. It's just Southern football toughness. Okay, that's what he's all about. From Southern Miss to over there in East Alabama to being with us now, toughness. This guy, Georgia Southern, he got offensive line experience, been in the NFL. He's put a tight end or two in the NFL. Then you got Coach Clem. I mean, the face of this program is changing right before you. It's going from, that guy looks like a guy, a real big developed biker wearing leathers and no. Then you, oh my God, they burned half his face off. No, it's the Terminator. It's the Terminator. It's not this Austrian dude who looked built that's wearing these leathers. This is the taste of metal behind it. The face of this program is changing. I'm telling y'all. Now, he returned to Louisville in 2023, and his unit was instrumental in winning 10 games, and they got a trip to the ACC championship. In 2024, Louisville's line ranked 17th nationally in sacks allowed, protecting the backfield during major win over ranked opponents Miami and Clemson. I give them credit for the Miami game. Clemson is a flailing program that is bound to replace their coach is probably just going to resign like after game 6 eventually if he don't get together because he's about to have a nervous breakdown. Anyway, Coach Owens is known as a high production developer who has numerous NFL draft picks. I said it by Gerald Everett out of USA and Kennard Backman. His track record for development is elite everywhere he goes. He takes 3-star talent and molds them into NFL caliber prospects. I'm telling you, that's the key to me to, Signetti, Saban, and other people. When you can see talent develop it, when you just stacking people just to be stacking numbers and stars, shit, okay, better make sure they can play. His reputation is built on execution and fundamentals, a philosophy that aligns perfectly with what we're doing now as a standard, the new standard. I call it the more domination era. That's one. Is that a computer I'm waiting on? Folks, I'm waiting on the computer because my computer we had a horrible show on Tuesday. That's why I'm going live now. The people deserve better. The only real trouble that he's had as a coach is occasional slow starts by his unit. But his track record shows that he finished the season with an elite disciplined group. And like I said, that's probably more when he was an offensive line coach. And in this position, he'll be dealing with just the tight ends. But when you think about Caleb Edwards and the other tight ends, I think Derek Meadows, he's a receiver. And the other tight ends that we have coming in, you're talking about three people that are going to play a lot every game. He's been praised by his peers for his ability to adjust to schemes, notably turning around a struggling Louisville line mid-season 2025. One of the things that should get every Tide fan excited is his extensive background coaching both tight ends and offensive line. And that's key because, like I said, we need a lot of help. We need to develop a lot. Derek Nix going to be with the receivers, but he need to come talk to the offensive line. This guy going to be with tight ends, but really, the theme needs to be that all those guys up there who are not called running back and quarterback need to know how to block. And even the running backs need to know how to block better. I think that's why a lot of them couldn't play. They couldn't pick up those blitzers. And when they picked them up, a lot of them got destroyed. Oh, yeah. Ty had 183 pressures last year. I want to get the total number of plays that we've had out here to see just what percentage of that. I mean, like, they got to be like, I don't know how many plays they played last year, but that has to be a real high number. Now, in a divorce system, we need tight ends that can act as a sixth lineman. You know what I'm saying? That running game. Every offense does, but forget them. We talking about us. Because Josh Quavers, he became a primary receiver because, Hollywood had his struggles. And if we played a good defense, and you do sneak that tight end down every once in a while, but they got to be able to like be in sync, not only block, but they have to be in sync with the line when they're executing certain blocks. So he's known also for Owens specializes in the exact type of physicality that we want. He's known for no nonsense. My God, coaching style that demands a championship mentality from the second the player walks into the meeting room. And he views tight ends as a position like a two-pronged attack, focusing on heavy inline blocking to be required for 12 personnel packages while still developing them as receiving threats. And to be honest, we're not asking you to catch the ball more than like 3 to 4 times a game. You may throw it to you 6, but you got to catch 4. But with the multiple tight ends we have, like Caleb Edwards, he probably need more help with the blocking part because, first of all, the kid is tough. Second of all, he played basketball, so he's pretty good to have the ball glued to his hand because he was a really big rebounder. So Owens and Adrian Clem, and I say Derek Nix too, they're going to be working hand in hand to rebuild his run game. Receivers got to know the block. They said they didn't know if Isaiah Horton could block. Coach DeBoer said he could block. I don't think the problem with the running game was the fact that Isaiah couldn't block. I think it had something to do with the interior, but still, everybody up there needs to be able to block at different times. Bringing back that downhill mindset that we've been missing. Been missing as a whole program, and I look forward and I welcome Coach Owens and Roll Tide to you. We need you, and we need some of this. We need this out of our run game. We need this right here. Explosions. We need explosiveness out of our run game. We've been missing it. We suck without it. It's almost like, when you're in the 3rd grade and you find out your 2nd grade teacher who's oh so beautiful. Oh my God. Miss Hurd, where are you? She just left the school, man. She's working at Casual Corner. I used to go see her all the time down at Casual Corner. Miss Hurd just left. That's how I feel about a running game. I ain't really seen a running game, and Milroe got me over, but last year I was kind of empty inside without a running game. And what was to my last point? John Mitchell of Bama Hammer, he has projected a little something about Ryan Williams. Y'all know Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, he was only 17 years old. Now he's like 19 years old, probably about to be 20. He's only 17. He took the world by storm. Then, he had the sophomore slump, whole bunch of stuff going on. But John Mitchell is saying that, that a sophomore slump that had the critics chirping all season long. But you think this man is staying down? John Mitchell over at Bama Hammer said that this man is going to blow up some weight. He's going to blow up some weight this fall. So after this 2025 campaign and saw his production dip faster than the sun in November, the experts are putting the world on notice that the bounce back that Ryan Williams is going to have is going to be legendary. And you know what? I welcome it wholeheartedly. Walmart said my food is great. Get my stuff ready, Walmart. I'm coming. Anyway, we're talking about a young man who reclassified it just to get a head start in the SEC. Which kind of scared people he even came over and messed with us in the first place. Thank God we had Jeremy Bernard, coming in and kind of like blurred over everything last 2 years. Like I said, running game would have helped everybody. But now Jeremy Bernard is taking his talents to the Sunday League. Isaiah Horton is headed to College Station. Well, we wish him nothing but the best, taking care of his mama. But of course, a loss if he plays against Crimson Tide. So the stage is set, man. Is Ryan Williams going to be 1A? The floor has been cleared, swept, and is spotlighted for his arrival. Because he's a junior now. This one season could put this man on the next level. Hopefully he don't become the next Odell Beckham. Justin Jefferson more like it, but he got that Odell Beckham kind of swag. But Odell Beckham, he got a ring though. He got a ring. Justin Jefferson don't have a ring. So I just hope Ryan Williams figures out that he can live on $100 million, unlike Odell Beckham and Le'Veon Bell. I don't know what math class they were a part of, but they need to go get some help. Now, back to him. Ryan Williams, Hollywood. Cody Nagel over at CBS isn't just sipping the Crimson Kool-Aid. He's calling for Williams to lead the entire SEC in touchdown receptions. Touchdown receptions this fall, the whole SEC. To come from, that's a lot. No receiver has ever sniffed double-digit scores in 2 years, but Ryan is looking at that stat like he's a hungry lion, man. Looking at a slow gazelle with a little limp. Gazelle got just turn your head. It's a circle of life. Anyway, experts say that the drop rate kryptonite is gone. It's going to be replaced by a full season of Derek Nixon your ass. Derek Nixon, catch everything but a cold philosophy. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, Ryan Williams don't have no choice but to be great. He could have transferred because it's about to happen. I kind of believe this. The more I read through this, I kind of believe these guys are right because I forgot about Derek Nix. To all the haters and the doubters, like Mel Kiper said, he's plateaued. You know who plateaued? Yeah, Mel Kiper's career about 20 years ago. He's still on TV, though. They got rid of L. Duncan. He's still there. They got rid of Jamil Hill. He's still around somewhere. He shouldn't be on TV. It's just wasting our time. It's just wasting our time. It's like, I listen, it's just a waste. So anyway, but, just remember that a plateau in Tuscaloosa, Mr. Kiper, is still higher than your favorite team's mountain peak. And I don't know what he's a fan of other than hair gel. Ryan didn't just jump in the portal when things got sticky. He stayed home to remind everybody that he was Mr. Football twice before he could even legally drive. Only 2 times Mr. Alabama. It's amazing because, Julio Jones from Alabama. Huh? It's amazing. So if you're a defensive back, line up across from number 2 this season, you better bring a map and a prayer because he's going to be taking a trip that you didn't book. Yep. Straight up your chest, right down your back. I think it's going to be more focused. I think Derek Nix is going to be, it's going to be crucial for him. Was it confidence? Was it injuries? Was it just focus? Whatever. I think it had a lot to do with focus personally, because the boy got a lot of stuff going on. Great podcast, by the way, but he got a lot of stuff going on. So this isn't just about stats. It's about a 19-year-old phenom with the weight of the Crimson Empire on his shoulder and a fire of 1,000 suns under his cleats. Whether it's Austin Mack or Keelan Russell spinning that rock, I'm thinking it's going to be Austin. I'm just going to tell y'all, 4 years in this program, 4 years under Coach DeBoer, 1 year at Washington, 2 here this week, years before, as this is a complex offense. I think he's going to get his chance to spin it. If he fall off, it's Keelan's thing. But I think Austin Mack's going to play 1 year and be gone, giving Keelan 2 years to go. But anyway, whether it's Austin Mack or Keelan Russell spinning this rock, they got the cheat code on the field. You know what I'm saying? And he's wearing a Crimson Tide uniform. He has number 2 on him. All them routes that y'all say he should run, which I thought the routes across the middle was kind of foolish. You got tight ends and bigger receivers for that. And just to be honest, less critical players. Why would you run this man across the middle every quarter? Twice a quarter. Why? When other people can do it, no problem. Anyway, get your popcorn ready, man. And get your roll tide ready. Clear your throat out. I think it's going to be a great spring. It's going to be a great fall. And the Ryan Williams Redemption Tour is going to be coming to a stadium near you or a TV or to your bootleg channel, whatever you do. And I don't think he's going to be taking no requests, man. He's just going to be doing his thing. And I think it could be this year. I almost want to say he could be sitting in New York. They still run them jet sweeps that I don't like. He could be sitting in New York. Could be. Got a shot. Jeremy was... we had a run game. Jeremy Bernard was about to go to New York. Ty was definitely about to go. Run game, people thought they can't run the ball, and everything changed. They just focused on taking Ty out. But if we could have a running game, Ty would have been in New York. Not saying he would have won, but he probably would have won, to be honest, because we would have never lost to Oklahoma or Florida State if we could have run the ball. If we were clicking. Yeah, he'd have won it, and we would have beat Indiana too, but we didn't do that. I'm just projecting backwards. But projecting forward, Coach Clem, Coach Owens, Coach Nix, Coach Grubb, Coach DeBoer, they pieced this thing together, and I'm talking about incremental changes. Somebody's going to be sitting in New York, and somebody's going to be sitting in one of them bowl games playing for at least the Final Four this year. If we get that little incremental thing called 125 yards rushing, whatever it was, up to about 165, 170, 6 extra passes a game, 1,500 yards rushing from the running backs, not including quarterback scrambles. It's a game of inches, folks. But that's all I have on this particular segment, this exclusive version or episode of Around the Herd. I want to check out my equipment. I don't know why I had all these problems on Tuesday. My apologies. I was about to start breaking. I was going like a disco ball was in my. I had to reboot the computer in the middle of the show. Shout out to everybody who's checked in and stuck with me. Shout out to my TikTok crowd over here. They ticking and talking. But I just had to get out here and test this out to see if I was going to be okay for Tuesday. So I'm going to take my computer and pamper it, go take it to get a mani-pedi or something, so she'll be acting the way she's supposed to until I can get some backups in here, because that was crazy and weird. But I'm out of here. Shout out to everybody who I always shout out to. Thank you for Dabu for dropping through. And I always remember, folks, roll, tide, roll.
Cold nights, bright light, coming like armor, legacy heavyweight on our shoulder. Memory deep like our tracks in the snow. We don't flinch when the pressure get colder. Veterans talk, young one listen. Every snap got a purpose, no guessing. Calculated steps, we don't rush fate, we dominate space. Yeah, we bend it. Herd mentality, strength in the circle. Protect the middle, that's how we nurture. Built through contact, for the repetition. Every mile paid for with conviction. Tongue to toe, Savannah strong. We move together, can't go wrong. No pain and no fear when the storm come on. Crimson bloodline, we carry on. Tongue to toe, Savannah strong. We move together, can't go wrong. No pain and no fear when the storm come on. Crimson bloodline, we carry on. Tongue to toe, Savannah strong. Heavy footsteps when we roll along. Absolute power when we lock and form. Not here to compete, we here to conquer. Man, no vicious, come under fire. Eyes locked in when the noise get louder. Opposition foe, we know we'll get tested. We don't blink, we don't get desperate. Strength show quiet, never flashy. Trench show violence, cold and classic. We overwhelmed without the chaos. Dominate ground, yeah, that's status. Championship habits, passed hand to hand. From wireless to now, that standard stance. History talk, but the future answer. Every down feel like a slow-moving avalanche. Tons of touch, Savannah strong. One heartbeat when the past come on. Built for the war when the nights get long. Crimson tide, yeah, the true live on. Tons of touch, Savannah strong. Ice in the veins, flying along. Shortcuts taking your word at done. This ain't a moment, it's a dynasty run. Adjust to the field, adjust to the foe. Tempo switch like the wind and snow. Every scheme been, every plan flex. We evolve while they still try to guess. Close the range when adversity hit, communication tight. Every detail crisp, no fracture line when the pressure spike. We get stronger in the hardest fights. Herd move forward, never retreat. Every block laid like concrete. You feel us coming for you. See that low end rumble of inevitability.
Ooh, patience in the grind. Ooh, greatness take time.
Through the cold, through the heat. Every step was meant to be. From the tundra to the throne. From this family, we grown, unified. When we arrive, battle tested, built to survive. No shortcuts, no bar shine. Every title earned in Alabama time. Repetition made us iron strong. Same song played all season long. We don't chase noise, we chase ring. Move slow, but everything break when we swing. Let it lead, young ones ride. That's our program never dies. Final crossing, see the end zone glow. Hold her standing, ready to go. This ain't hope, it's destiny. Written in steps, you can feel beneath.